Hi everyone, I'm Nina Kaskar, or Miss Scarlet in the Study, and today I will be eating like a Studio Ghibli character. Studio Ghibli has gorgeous food. I don't care what anyone says, you know you want to eat at least one meal from one of these movies. So today I'm challenging myself to cook 3 different meals throughout the day that are inspired by the Studio Ghibli films. It is a lovely Sunday morning here, and I'm going to start off with some breakfast and kind of see where the day takes me. I started off with the iconic breakfast scene from Howl's Moving Castle. I always get the best cozy feels from watching it, and I splurged on some thick-cut bacon just so I could do this. This was definitely the easiest recipe on the list for the day. Literally just put bacon in a pan and cooked it until it was done, and then badly cracked some eggs in. I don't have Howl's egg cracking skills, and you know what? I'm okay with that. And voila, we have the finished dish. This was so simple and freaking delicious. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Just go and grab some freshly cut bacon from the grocery store and some eggs and you are set. So simple and so easy, so freaking delicious. I had it with some tea, and this was the best start of the day I could have ever had. After breakfast, I lit some candles and got a blanket ready to chill out until the next meal. Let's be honest, most of my life is just me waiting until my next meal. For real. It was nice to zone out for a bit on the couch and play some Fall Guys, and yep, there's me singing along to Jesse McCartney and celebrating not falling into slime. Bugs was not impressed.
Yeah, well, the good guys always die. Cheers.
So it may seem like I'm cheating, but after seasoning the fish, I just stuck it in my air fryer to cook. Guys, this thing cooks my fish so perfectly, and it's easier to clean up, so I'm not even ashamed. I will back up anyone who wants to invest in one because it will make your life so much easier. Next, I needed to make a side dish. Porco eats his salmon with some glazed carrots on the side. I mixed together a glaze, which was just butter and brown sugar on the left pot there, and in the right pot, I was boiling some water for the carrots. So while the carrots were cooking through, I stirred together the glaze, and then I just coated the carrots once they were done. Finally, I needed to make the sauce for the salmon. This was a simple bechamel sauce which calls for butter, flour, and milk. Because I don't love how tasteless this sauce can be, I added some garlic first to give it a hint of flavor. I was honestly nervous going into cooking this recipe because it seemed like a lot of steps, but I was pleasantly surprised at how easy and quick each step was. I had left the salmon in the air fryer to keep it warm and then added the glazed carrots to the plate and coated my fish in the sauce. Like I said before, bechamel sauce doesn't really have a taste, so if I did this again, I would probably use a different sauce, but I loved how creamy it made the dish. I felt like a fancy pig pilot with my white wine and salmon. Bugs and I went outside to walk off the food and sit in the wind, which really made me feel like I was in the middle of a Studio Ghibli movie, but you know, not as graceful, because nothing I do is ever graceful. Castle in the Sky was one of the first Studio Ghibli movies I had ever seen, and like most of the Miyazaki movies, it just made me want to curl up in a blanket ball and get cozy. So one of the most cozy dishes from this movie is the stew Shida makes, and I cannot express how excited I was to try this. I usually don't make a stew outside of a pressure cooker, so this was new for me. I coated the meat in flour and stuck it in the pot to brown, and then took it back out to cook some garlic and onions. When I put the meat back in, I just added some tomato and water. Since the stew had to cook for about 2.5 hours, I got into something cozy and then sat out on my balcony with some whiskey. After my meat had cooked for a few hours, I put in the potato and carrots and cooked them until they were soft. This was the coziest recipe of the day, hands down. The meat just fell apart, which made waiting for it for hours so worth it. I had some tea with it for maximum coziness, and this was the most comforting dish to have right before getting into bed with a movie. Let me know if you've tried other Studio Ghibli recipes. I would love to hear about your experiences in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this, please hit subscribe. I put out new videos every single week, and you want to be the first to see all the new content coming soon. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, my lovely people, and I will see you in the next video.